Hello guys, welcome to the Birdian Empire, the fictional civilization that I envision by me, the random Mockingbird, type IV plus civilization of birds. Okay, you see the Patake Risi flag, and then you see that's my mascot. Look, he's running to the sunset. That is freaking tough. You see all the transitions. Birdian Empire, first section, biology. These birds are not energy beings with a higher conscience, although you think they are, okay? Alright, the Birdian Empire is a community of sentient birds. The Birdian Empire is predominantly hummingbirds, with some minorities of finches, falcons, ravens, etc. Hummingbirds live for 3 to 5 years. For them, it is different. They age slowly and have a lifespan of 80 years. You see, that's a demographic I created myself, okay? Give me applause. Humans grow increasingly more in height. These birds just scale up as they age. A 22-year-old bird would be as tall as a teenager, being around 5'11". After 22, these birds halt growth. This does not alter their appearance except for size. These birds are slightly increasingly intellectual and intelligent than humans, okay? So they're smarter than us, kind of. Their brains have more complex folds than other species. You can see I put like a little bit scale there. It's a little bit almost to the human size. That'd be scary. But anyways, and not really scary, but it would just be like uncanny. Not really uncanny. It would just be like, you know, what I'm saying is, it would just be like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just gonna be like, how are they scaled up when they used to be so small? Okay, I didn't need to add that. Okay, these birds can talk, and their language, I don't know why I included R. Our language, it's their language. So that there's gonna be a lot of that, but I'm gonna post the Birdian Empire, the bio in the description. I made it entirely by myself, but I actually made the subject I instead of they, there. I did not. I'm gonna make this presentation because, you know, me, I wanna be in the Birdian Empire, although I'm a human. Man, I wish I was a bird in the Birdian Empire. I'm going through a phase, bro. Anyways, though they cannot sing. You know, I try to switch it to third person, but most of it is just in first person. So bear with me, okay? They cannot sing, a minor constraint. This defines the cakewalk to educate linguistics of the Birdian Empire. And you see the vocabulary? These birds are immune to light radiation. So like nuclear power plant engineer reacts, you better react to me, cause I'm tough boy. Due to their resilient, oh my gosh, Birdiana, I'm freaking bot. Okay, due to their resilient minds and bodies, they can resist high G forces, though they still embody the real appearance of real birds. Okay, this is a long one. These birds have expanded lungs so that they can remain unaffected for about a minute, whether underwater or in space. The tissue of these birds' lungs are resilient, allowing their respiratory system to remain intact even in the crushing vacuum of space. One might question why the boiling of a bird's fluids does not happen in space. Of course, this is hypothetical. It's not really realistic. You know me. This is because of a survival sequence embedded in their minds unconsciously. When they are put in space, a large sweat gland called the cocha sudoris, it's in Latin by the way, you can translate it, that acts like it's not a real organ in hummingbirds, that acts like an organ, activates. They, first person again, they instinctively curl up into a ball as a glossy, transparent-like sweat shell forms around their body. This shell contains the atmospheric pressure, ensuring that they do not collapse or their vitals imploded. Their body freezes as the shell builds up, and they freeze, prompting their vitality to preserve until the birds are rescued or recovered. If they're not recovered, they're freaking cooked. You can see I'm like trapped in that bubble. That's what it looks like. Okay, birding population is stable. The fertility rate. Oh my gosh. You can see I'm not prepared for this. Oh my gosh. I kind of rushed this, so it's okay. The fertility rate is 2.1. They do not have an incoming overpopulation nor declining population. The demographic of our people, again, first person. I'm going to stop saying that, okay? I'll just read. Is equal. They generally have the same amount of elderly to the young. They still have viruses, coronavirus, and as such, they need to cure them with medicines. Though these birds cure injury with regenerative technology. They not use cybernetic implants or prosthetic implants. Anyways. Birdian Empire. Government. Second section. You can see me with a judicial hammer. It's actually called a gavel. These birds are not authoritarian. They are more democratic, okay? Alright. Birding main leader is a Kaiser, but increasingly improved than of Kaiser Wilhelm II. The avian Kaiser is strictly bound to reside with the common birds. This creates a lethality rate in which assassinations are easier to carry out. Though the Kaiser is too close and friendly to the community to be disliked. The birding flag is shown on the right. You can see Pataki Rise. I actually uploaded it on PaxHistoria. It's called the Birdian Empire 2023 to present. Use it. Okay? The Birdian Empire is a type IV civilization. The Birdians span across the avian universe. Technically, they can be considered an omega civilization in some areas. I mean, they didn't create us, but they can harvest singularities. I didn't cover that section yet. Okay. Birding elections are held in a democratic manner. Of course my computer's heating up, broski. This is too tough for my computer. My civilization is too tough for my computer to comprehend, okay? There are 5 consuls for a galaxy. The majority of the consul vote is their galaxy's vote. So basically, let's say I'm a council, right? 2 of the other councils say no bread. The other 2 councils say yes bread. If I say yes bread, then the majority vote is yes bread, and the vote registers the vote of those councils registers as yes bread. If I pick no bread, then the majority of the vote is no bread, and the vote registers as no bread. Do you get it? Like, the full vote of the whole councils, if the majority is this vote, it's this vote. Okay. The vote is transmitted to the avian electorate. The Kaiser gets the vote equivalent of 5 galaxies. You might think that's authoritarianism, but if the birds own a whole universe, then how many galaxies? I mean, we're not even talking about if they have those super voids. They could not have a lot of those super voids. The avian electorate is a community of 100 birds who decide whether to pass a vote or not. Each member of the avian electorate represents a universe. The majority vote of their universe is the vote of that avian electorate member. So, each avian electorate member probably has... Each avian electorate represents... I forgot. This is a freaking omega civilization. Each avian electorate represents a universe. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking Botiana. Council controls 1/5 of the galaxy's vote, and then avian electorate somehow controls the whole universe. So that means the Birdian Empire controls like 100 universes. I don't want to go into this multiversal parallel thing. Let's just skip. Alright. Every bird has an avian card. Birds use it to access government buildings, personal property, or for payment. You can upload some of your wealth to your avian card and keep some in the physical form. The avian card contains your general info, age, birth, etc., just like an ID. The avian card is silver with a golden streak across the bottom, and of course your bird face. You see me? Hold up, let me go back. You see me? I'm freaking happy to have the avian card. So super convenient. And look at the gold streak. That's my face. My mascot's face. Of course I want to put my real face. Birdian Empire, economy, third section. They have a interesting and greatly valued currency. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna use AI. I'm gonna admit it. I used AI for some of these photos. So don't criticize me, but I know AI is kind of a bad thing. But you just gotta use it sometimes. I mean, how am I gonna get a photo of a freaking Omega civilization? How else? How am I gonna take a picture of it in real life? Anyways, the Birdian economy is rather stable. They use humming coins, which can be resembled as G. One humming coin equates to 10 USD. A loaf of bread costs 0.2 G, $2. A ticket for a light year bullet train needs 3 G, about $30. An orbital cannon prices at 100 kg, $1 million. You get the jig. I don't know why an orbital cannon is so cheap. I might buy one. Just joking. See, you can transport physical wealth to the avian credit institution you see in the picture, and then to your avian card wealth. These birds have banks. They are called aerial credit institutions. It is somewhere birds store money. Birds do not gain interest, however. The aerial credit institutions are the actually singular way to deposit humming coins into their avian card. Okay, so it's hanging in space. Most of their architecture is in space. Anyways, bird taxes are quite low at a price of 10 G a year. It never varies. They tax trade goods though. Birds take 5%, that's pretty low, of what it's worth as it travels into their empire. One might ask, how does the Birdian Empire survive with such little task? They economically thrive by the Khalifi Plan. The Khalifi Plan is a protective pact in which the Birdian Empire protects the civilization in exchange for the civilization purchasing the Birdian protection, giving a 25% of the treasury and resource output. So you can see that the hummingbird in the corner is the Kaiser. The government, the Kaiser. You can see that's a type 1 civilization. I don't know why it's rotating. I actually did that, so why am I complaining? It goes to the Kaiser, and then you can see the box represents trade. It's going into the Birdian Empire. Most of it goes there, and then it's exiting, okay? Alright. Energy is tax-free in the Birdian Empire. Okay? Birds do not tax people on energy consumption, as they take energy from the singularity black holes. What did you expect when I said Omega civilization? Meaning that they have an infinite abundance of energy. They do this by a series of orbital singularity relative extractors. Try saying that 4 times. Wait, hold on, can I say that 4 times? A series of orbital singularity relative extractors. Orbital singularity relative extractors. Orbital... Okay. Yeah. I kind of started there. You can do it. You can do it, though. Do it. Pause the video and do it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, order you like that. I didn't mean to use an imperative sentence in such a bad way. Okay, wait, let me do this transition again. Hold up, look at this transition. Oh, the G's are wiggling. That's our currency, by the way. Not our currency, their currency. Although I really want to be in the Birdian Empire. The random Mockingbird. They have different jobs. Don't mind the FAMAS in the middle. Low wage. Restaurant or commercial service earns 500 kg. Industrial work gains 650 kg. Pilots gain roughly around 780 kg. It depends on what they pilot though, cause Birdian military pays for their own equipment, but they get paid 1 million G a year. Office, economical and management labor gain 850 million G a year. Aerial credit institution accountants gain 900 kg yearly. Educators gain 1.2 million G a year. You can just read the high wage. I'm not saying anymore. My mouth is getting kind of sore. Engineers, scientists, biologists, prestigious military officials, yeah, they get paid 3 million G. They value aeronautical engineers, so they earn 5 million G. There's not an economical issue because Birdians require a job by law, and military equipment is relatively cheap. I forgot to put the A because of the advanced technology. Okay? A Birdian loan is measured in simple interest instead of compound interest. Okay? This makes calculations easier and mistakes less common. Okay? I gotta hurry this up. If they don't do that, it's taken out of the avian card. If they don't have any wealth out of their avian card, they can't take any more loans. When you create your avian card, you always start with 10 kg, a cushion of wealth. That also helps us. I mean, not us, them, with not having social classes. The avian card may initiate a process for identification recovery if they lost it. The bird who lost them would basically do it if they're for reputation. I didn't do this. The reputation, the community's perception of them, either they get a reset rate of 10 kg, more, or nothing at all. Okay. I'm just shorting this a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to slow down a little bit more. Birdian Empire, culture, 4th section. Birdians still have lives, you know? Okay. These birds also have clothes. You like my image? Some birds might wear garments such as a white robe, a marigold poncho with a hoodie, and a turquoise scarf or talisman. Their clothes usually cover all parts of their body except the head, beak, and feet. Yes, Birdian robes cover their wings, but they can still fly. But it looks kind of like Arabic clothes, just saying. Okay. This is going to be a long one. They teach their children through one-to-one classes. In one-to-one sessions instead of classes. A session lasts an hour and is free of charge until the bird they're teaching reaches the age of 30. A certified educator, which they get paid a lot, a moderate wage. And they teach the student, and they're certified either in the student bird's house or the educator's innovation room. Birds teach 10 pillars, which are mathematics, biology, physics, music, arts, literature, physiology, medicine, militant tech, and religion. A student can learn one of these pillars for each session. A bird can only have 3 pillars, mathematics and literature, which is given, and an optional pillar. Write in the comments which pillar would you pick. Okay. Bird cuisine is a majority of aquatic consumables and nectar. A military personnel would eat tiny grains of rice, kelp, suet. Oh my gosh, so yummy. Oh my gosh, what is that voice? A sourdough bread. A civilian would eat fish, nectar, kelp, and fruit. Their fish, by the way, it kind of varies, either pompano or like salmon. Their stores, restaurants, and groceries have the resources shipped by the light year trains, though they usually farm things like fish on site. Glass spherical balls are suspended in the air by magnets near these commercial places. They can be opened via an avian card. In the glass balls are fish that breed to be eaten. So like just imagine like sliding your avian card. Oh, that's a newly fat, lovely fish. Oh, let me grab you. Okay, in front of you, whole family, chop you up. Okay, that's not what I meant, but like, you know, you get the trick, okay? Birds sleep in hammocks or hanging beds made out of memory foam and a material called ferrian fluff, which is obtained by a jellyfish-like creature on a low-gravity planet, fictional low-gravity planet, by the way, probably in the avian universe if the Birdian Empire was real, called Nexa 5b. The material helps monitor and regulate temperature. It effectively is an instant homeostasis system. I made a grammar mistake there, but you gotta applause me. I corrected it. Anyways, in my speech. Oh, this is a long one. You can see the photo. That's basically what Birdian architecture looks like. It has a modern aesthetic to it. Most Birdian buildings are transparent because of glass. They take geometric shapes. Titanium beams line the frame, and molten-hardened glass, it's pretty hard, so even earthquakes and storms can't break it, show the inside. But it's not like stained glass that you can't really see inside. It's not like tinted glass. Birds substantially hang metal basins suspended by ropes that have plants. The birds may use these plants for decor or to eat. Birdian cities are generally open to allow fresh air to flow. They have many, another first person, they have many parks on every corner. Like, park here, park there. I love parks, I love greenery. People usually take strolls around them after breakfast. I'm not a climate change person. I mean, climate change can happen. I know, I just like greenery, so, I'm just a garden boy. For their architecture, birds use their sky nest either suspended in magnets or structured in canyons. There are multiple buildings for varied use, residential, commerce, industrial, etc. The regular stuff. Okay, guys? Well, you can see me. I'm knocking over the thing. You guys, World Cup! The birds have that, okay? They do have tournaments, okay? A bird will entertain themselves by frolicking in and relishing in the many Birdian sports. Several competitive ones may be alike to the 100-meter fly. You just fly for 100 meters. What did you think? There's an additional casual sport called airball. The rules of airball is that you have to collide a small air-filled ball with your racket into a soccer-like goal. So you can see the images. Birdian houses have and require the regular civil amenities, but they have the Schlieffen Versaltalk. It has 1 million channels, and it has like a lot of channels that you could basically put 1 million channel 598 and couldn't be like a channel 100 trillion light years away. It helps there communicate. You can see the picture next to this turquoise circle and the oven. That's what it looks like. All right. Birdian Empire, military, 5th section. They have 2 million power and rise of kingdoms. Like those ads. I'm not gonna marry you. I have 10 million power and rise of kingdoms, and you have 100 power. Huh? You try to cheat on me? Well, I actually don't have 100 power in rise of kingdoms. I have 1 trillion power. Let me marry you. Okay, maybe I'm going through a phase. Anyways, Birdian infantry use a specialized and main weapon named the June rifle. I like this part. It's like the FAMAS. It uses pulses of solar-heated lasers that can tear through tissue. It is small, of course, to fit in our hummingbird wings. It can be used on burst or semi-automatic firing mode. Birds usually attach the terror optic. It's basically an AI optic. It can see really far. I'm going to summarize that, okay? Alright. You can see I'm holding that weapon, the June rifle. It's basic. I named it after the city Juneau in Juneau in Alaska. Anyways, that's what the tank looks like. Don't ask me why it looks like that, but that's what the AI came up with. And I really like it, so I'm going to keep it like that. The main tank they use is the Sparrow V2 Recon tank. It is shown in the image. It has a circular turret and a rectangular curved hull. The Birdian tank uses a 105mm barrel. Okay, that's too much info. A suppressor for stealth sometimes. You can see there's a suppressor. The turret fires explosive machine gun rounds. It can fit 2 birds inside. Most military vehicles for birds are controlled by buttons and joysticks. Driving and turret aiming is controlled by a joystick in which a bird places their beak in and moves. Buttons can be pressed with their beak or feet if their beak is controlling the joystick. Okay? It looks like the Eurofighter Typhoon because I said so, and it just looks cool, okay? For their aircraft, birds have a singular favorite, the Puffin aircraft. Based off of the Puffins, of course, a fighter jet that has the appearance of the European fighter Typhoon battlefield aircraft, whatever, is equipped with iron missiles and a 95mm minigun. It can travel, it's faster than light, 5 times the speed of light. Don't ask me, okay? Don't ask me. With a relativistic chip that they use and produce in masses. These aircrafts usually conflict in the stratospheres or high atmospheres of planets. Birds transport their military assets through a transport starship. These transport starships are basically like Star Wars, like those like big ships, but instead of like just flying it down, they drop it down with containers, shipping containers. They drop it down in those shipping containers. It just opens like that. Because you remember when I said in biology they're resistant to high G forces? Then why would they waste a long time with thrusters, like putting down the Sparrow V2 tank when they can just drop it? Of course, it has to be structural integrity though, rope stuff, and then structural stuff. Military personnel wear Birdian military personnel. Correct that. You see, I'm grammatically correct. Wear a tight silk clothing that wraps around every part of their body except the head, beak, and feet. Yes, the silk clothing still covers the wings, but they can still fly. They wear black leather gloves. Birdian military wear a symbolic pickle hob with, you can see there, blackened iron and gold accents on the side, insignia, misspell, misclick, and spike. Bird military personnel wear a heat protective vest, a vest that appears to be a Kevlar vest. It protects them from bullets and kinetic energy. It can resist high temperatures like on Kelt 9B. That's an actual planet this time. Search it up. They can also wear a webbing to store grenades and magazines for their tune rifles, so you can see what it looks like. Birdian Empire, this last section. Religion, okay? I'm Catholic. I don't care if you're Muslim or like Jewish, that I don't care if you're Hindu, I don't care if you're Buddhist, okay? We're all humans, so I respect you even if you have a different religion than me, okay? I believe in what I believe, you can believe in what you believe, okay? The religion wars have been going on for too long. If we really believe in these religions that we believe, then why do we attack each other? Catholicism and Muslim religion say that peace, guys, okay? Peace. But why don't we do peace if we just attack each other just because of their religions, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm going into a phase. Sarcasm is coming. What other religion did you think I was going to base this off of? You literally listen to me saying God bless in mostly every video. Birdian religion is similar to Catholicism, similar to Catholicism, of course. They follow the 10 Commandments, and we too, I mean not you and me, but me and they believe in God and Jesus. They believe in all acts that occurred in the Bible, me too. As birds, they praise God because He created animals, and therefore them. The only difference is the central church of their religion. This last thing, I know it's really quick, this section. Instead of the Vatican, they have the Catholic Holy Basilica, the main church of all of Birdian religious faith. It is protected by an ion force field, like, whoosh. Oh my gosh, Star Wars. Why can't we hit it? Luke Skywalker, disable the field. No, your religion is too high. I gotta attack the Muslims. Oh, wait, they installed an iron force field on them too. Ugh. Oh, wait, the Jewish. Oh, they installed an iron force field on them too. Anyways. They also have the Catholic elective cavalry, whether on horseback or not. Basically the Swiss Guards, except they have a P90 Calgary rifle. They protect the Birdian Catholic Pope, okay? Okay, that's the end of this. Okay. Is there any more? I forgot to search the slide out. Okay, I guess this is my thank you slide. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to this, whatever. By the way, the From the Depths video is never coming out. Actually, I may do it in the summer. It's in the summer, oh wow, and it's been babysitted by a lover, oh wow, like Rampage, like Invincible, and like Miami, like Hotline Miami. Oh my gosh. Wallahi, bro. Of course it says that. Okay, guys, that's the best way